Shalom, shalom, all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash, that one to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and all the Akim out there that are pushing this truth with nothing but sincerity in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. So another one bites the dust, man. You know, a lot of brothers, I seen this yesterday that this rapper Young Dolph died, or got killed, and brothers brothers jumped on it too, So I seen that, I was like, I'll make a video tomorrow though. But I already seen like 4 brothers already made a video about this dude though. So yeah, I typed in the list of Young Dolph songs and look at the first one is Talking to My Scale. What scale? I doubt it's a weight scale. You know what I mean? It's probably the scale, most likely it's the scale that you weigh your drugs on, you know what I mean? And then underneath it, it says Paper Route Illuminati. Come on, man. And then there's the other song underneath it, right? Called 100 Shots, Bulletproof. You weren't bulletproof yesterday, my dude. And then he made that song because I remember my cousin, like when that song came out, which was in 2017, he was playing it one time. And he broke it. He explained to me, he was like, oh, this song's called 100 Shots because I think he was in a car and he got shot. He got shot at 100 times and didn't get hit. Or he probably got hit a couple times and that was it though, you know what I mean? But they shot at him 100 times though, and he didn't he didn't die. So that's why he made that song. But in ways, it's like he would just like, throwing it out there, like 100 shots. Yeah, and I think he was saying that you couldn't even kill me and shit, this and that. Thought he was bulletproof. But just yesterday, he wasn't bulletproof. Those shots had a name, and that was his name. You know what I mean? So look at the first one. It says Paper Route Illuminati. 100 shots. Underneath it, you got it. Then it's this one, Drip Like This. Vanity, right? A song, most likely Vanity. And then another one called underneath it called Major. Exalting himself. Juicy. Who knows what that means? Or he talks about, in that song. So you see, from seeing all these name of the songs though, this guy wasn't innocent. You know what I mean? Because they already got the RIPs. Yeah, he's resting. He's in peace. But at the same time, this guy wasn't so innocent, man. He was asking for it though. He was asking for it. And then I turned to find out that this guy is like 36, or was 36, 37. I was like, damn, I thought this guy was like my age or something, you know what I mean? No, I'm not the youngest and shit, but this guy was acting like he was in his early 20s and shit, you know what I mean? He acted like he was like 23, 24 and shit, like he was living his best life, supposedly. And this guy was 36 and shit. How is it that you're gonna die at the age of 36, man? Come on, man. That's embarrassing, bro. That's embarrassing. You died at the age of 36, man. You ain't no young nigga, man. 26 maybe though. This guy was young, man. But how is it that you make it out of the hood, you got these songs, man, and you go back to your hood and shit to buy some fucking cookies, and you die? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all work of Yahweh, Yahweh Shem Shai, of course. It's all work from him. But man, you know what I mean? It's just, we make these videos and shit to show examples, man, that you can't be partakers of this world, but this is just an example of what happens when you be a partaker of this world. You know what I mean? This is just another example. We make these videos not for entertainment. We make them for our people, the house of Israel, to realize, like, hey, don't be like this dude. Don't be like Young Dolph, because the fact that, but let me get a precept real quick, man. So, like I said, man, you seen the name of the songs and everything, right? They weren't so innocent, man. This guy wasn't so innocent himself. So let me get Romans 6:23. For the wages of sin is death, but the gift of Yahweh is eternal life through Yahweh Shai Mashiach, our Lord. So you see, for the wages of sin is death. And if you be sinning and everything, which this guy most likely was, though, most likely this guy was sinning, though, it was death, though. This is just a perfect example, Romans 6:23. Because he was sinning, he wasn't all innocent and shit, though. You know what I mean? Because, either you go left or either you're right. You either go left or right. This guy most likely he was left though because he just died. You can't be lukewarm either. You can't be one of the Israelites that acknowledges truth though. You got either you go in or you go home or go hard. So that's the thing about it though. And this guy wasn't out there preaching the word, man. Come on, man. Got a album called Paper Route, something Illuminati and shit. You know what I mean? And then this guy was sinning, man, because the real song is preaching his word though. This guy was singing about shit that Jake do and shit, man. Pretty much he was pushing his music for other Jakes to do wickedness. And so you're supposed to feel bad for this guy? Hell no, I don't feel bad for this guy. 1044. That's right, spirit. And that's the thing, man. So, this is something what happens when you partake in this world, man. You gotta understand though, with the elder and biblical defender, Slakia, if I said it wrong, the channel wrong, he had a point, man. He's all, it don't matter where you grew up at. You could be, New York, the Bronx, LA, Chicago. It's still Esau's kingdom though, you know what I mean? That's still pretty much, try to represent where hood you're from and shit. It's the hardest and this and that. See, but that's the iniquity that Jake bring, man. You know what I mean? Though that they want to represent the hood so bad, so that they're so hard that they'll die for that shit. You know what I mean? So you can't be doing that shit though, because that's pushing a bunch of iniquity, man. You know what I mean? So when it comes to evil, we can't feel bad, because this is the book of Matthew 6:24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve Yahweh and Mammon, which is money. This guy was serving Mammon because if he was serving Yahweh, he would have been out on the streets, though, man, preaching his word. But he wasn't. He wasn't even preaching the word. So therefore, he was serving the Mammon, you know what I mean? And that's the thing I was telling you about. Either you left or you're right. You know what I mean? And that's the thing about it though, man. But these Jakes, they're so intrigued by this world, man, because they grew up. And see, that's the thing, man. I understand. No, I'm saying I understand though, but we grew up not having money. You know what I mean? Grew up not having a lot of money like that. Some people, their situation at home was more worse than others. So when they get the money and shit, it's something new, man. So they just pursuit, man. That's their what's that called though? Motivation to make more money, more money. They try to attach themselves to the hood and shit. Still, they call it keeping it real. But then something happens to them and shit though, man, and then they die a legend. But who gives a fuck, man? Who gives a fuck, man? You're in this earth to serve Yahweh Hashem Shai. Because let me get a Galatians. I think it's 1:11. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, here it is. 1:10. This is the book Galatians 1:10. For do I now persuade man or Yahweh? Or do I seek to please man? Or if I yet please man, I should not be the servant of my Mashiach. See what I mean though? So he was serving, the industry that was pushing behind him and shit, the music industry, the label. He wasn't pushing this truth because if, he started, he was what's crazy though? I was seeing an interview of Soldier Boy. He was actually talking about Young Dolph, how he's in this label company. I forgot what it was called though. But anyways, he was serving that label company. He wasn't serving Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. That's what it says. If I say yet, if I yet please, you should not be a servant of Mashiach though. So you don't serve Mashiach though. You serve Mashiach to the fullest, to the best of your ability to get to the Father though, man. Not this bullshit of fucking music industry or anything like that. You could idolize the simplest shit, man. There's guys that idolize fucking what's it called? Shoes. You know what I mean? They want to buy Jordans and shit. And I was like that too, don't get me wrong though. But I mean, I wasn't going crazy, man. I just bought the enough pairs where I'm comfortable, But some people idolize that shit, man. Some people idolize basketball, basketball player. I mean, we live in Babylon, you know what I mean? So it's easily to get persuaded, man. You see? But we're supposed to persuade to the truth, man. None of that fucking Babylon wine, though. You know what I mean, though? And that's the thing, man. I've been noticing, though, after the, what's his name? Tentacion, which he died, I think, 2018. Man, rappers after him been dropping dead, you know? Rappers after him been dropping dead. So it just goes to show, man, that, you know what I'm saying, though? That, how, has a death angel towards the rappers and shit. You know what I mean? According, there's a angel of vengeance according to Sirach 39 and 28. So this death angel, man, it's real, man, and it's coming after all these rappers and shit. And these rappers that talk about they untouchable, like what's his name, Tekashi 6ix9ine and Soulja Boy. Hey, man, if it ain't now, trust me, it's later. It's gonna come to you guys. So let me get a Ecclesiastes of Sirach 7 and 2, 7 and 1 and 2. Do no evil, so shall no harm come into thee. Depart from the unjust, and iniquity shall turn away from thee. So it's that simple, man. You know what I mean? It doesn't get more simple as this. It says, do no evil, so shall no harm come into thee. He was doing evil because he was pushing that negativity through his music. He was uproaring, what's it called, Jakes and shit, to do the shit that he was doing. You know what I mean? Come on, he has a song called My Scale, or One Scale, or some shit like that. What do you think the fuck he was talking about in that song? You know what I mean? So that's the thing about it, man. You know, if you don't, it's like simple, man. If you don't be on the left hand, nothing will happen to you. But you got to be on the right hand to get that protection of Yahweh Hashem Al Shai. You see? So we got to make sure, man, that we're doing the righteous thing, because we are in those times where you know, Esau's gonna mandate, you know what I mean, and push harder the MOTB, you know, pretty soon. So, and then Jacob's, you know, first and foremost, Jacob's trouble and shit. And then last night too, man, not last night, actually 2 nights ago, I had a dream, man, that these chariots, man, they were fucking shit up, man. They were using their lasers to fucking they're just fucking shit up, man. The lasers were shooting out the chariots, and they were destroying buildings, man. I'm talking about like buildings, like big city buildings, you know what I mean? And I remember I ran to the field or something, you know, to the wilderness. Well, not wilderness, to the fields, better yet. And I was telling the brother yesterday that afterwards and shit, like, I ended up getting some like powers, you know what I mean? Like you know, the Power Rangers. My dream was just reminding me of the Power Rangers. I had like super strength, man, and I wasn't able to use it though, you know. But still, I knew that I had strength though. Like someone would come up to me and shit, like I could just push them away or punch them away, you know. Like like I said, it just reminded me of the Power Rangers, how they move, you know what I mean? None of that karate shit, but you know, they had that strength though. So that's the thing, man. So yeah, I had that dream 2 nights ago. Like the lasers, man. I just remember the city looking like green. I don't know why, but it was just looking green, and buildings were falling and all that other stuff, man. So that's what's to come, though, man. So imagine, imagine you're someone in a city though, and you see so-called UFOs, and they're shooting, man. They'd be like, "Oh shit, the invasion of aliens. Aliens do exist." Imagine, you're gonna be bugged the fuck out. You'd be thinking that's the only shit that you see on TV, on movies, but it's actually happening in realization. People are not gonna know how to react to that though. They're just gonna be scared, man, bug out of their fucking mind. But see, us men in the truth though, we're gonna know what time it is, man, and we're gonna praise Yahweh Hashem Al Shai for that protection, man, and then Him coming. So let me get this last precept real quick. This is Isaiah 3:9. The show of their countenance thus witness against them, which countenance means like their the way they move, you know what I mean? And they declare sin as a Sodom, they hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. You see what I mean though? This guy wasn't so innocent, man. He wasn't hiding his sinful things, man. He was pushing it through his music, though, man. He wasn't hiding his shit, though. You see? So woe unto their soul. Because, he rewarded all that money he was getting to, it was just pushing that negativity to the people, to the Jakes, man. So so that's what it is, man. So it says 11, I'm reading 11 right now. Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given to him, be given him. And that was yesterday, man. His reward, he got it yesterday. Got killed, man, and everything, though. So, like I said, man, ever since that guy, XXXTentacion died, rappers been dropping dead, man. If it ain't no gunshot, if it ain't bullet spray, man, it's OD, man. Dying of drugs or some shit like that, though. So with that, hopefully this video was edifying. Until the next one to say, Shalom.